Dr. Golden, that's what we're here to do, and we have an interesting topic this morning, and this is about exercise addiction. You know, you and I have talked about weight loss and ways to lose weight, but never have we talked about exercise addiction. Exercise is one of the healthiest things you can possibly do unless you take it to excess. Erin's life is ruled by her compulsion to exercise. She works out 8 hours a day and sleeps barely 2 or 3 hours a night to make time to run, work out on the elliptical, spin, and hit the gym for weight training. A few months ago, Erin recalled traumatic abuse by a childhood friend, and since then, her addiction has spiraled further out of control. "I'm just scared my body's going to break down," she shares. Erin visits her doctor, who believes that her problems involve more than exercise. Erin's eating is disordered as well. "I feel like I have an issue with food," Erin claims, but then she reveals that she had an eating disorder at age 15. "Food is also a problem," her doctor tells her. "It's like I'm running away from everything else in my life," Erin admits. Her doctor examined Erin, and when it comes time to weigh her, she says, "I just don't want to know the number." Erin's blood pressure is dangerously high. "That kind of concerns me," says her doctor. Erin's muscles are deteriorating from over-exercise. Her white cell count is high, her red blood cells are abnormal, and she may have an enlarged heart. "I'm so glad that you took the test because otherwise you may have just found this out through an emergency," her doctor said. She's dehydrated. She says that if she doesn't work out, she feels sick. Dr. Golden, you know, like I said, you and I have talked about weight loss here on the show, and there's obviously more to this article here, but I just kind of want to recap just that portion. Never have I heard about exercise addiction.
You know, I probably have heard about it at least tangentially. I've never seen a story quite like Erin's. Reminds me a little bit of the movie Forrest Gump. Remember when Forrest took off running and ran for weeks and all of that?
Yeah.
So this is a situation that is an unusual situation for certain. In my business, especially the weight loss side of the equation, our problem is the opposite. It's trying to get people to exercise. One of the things that we recommend to our patients who are weight conscious is that women need to try to exercise 5 hours each week, and the men have to try to exercise for 3 hours each week.
So basically, I think this is something that you and I have discussed in regards that men do lose weight easier and will show more results more than women. So, like for example, if women do see, like let's say for example, you're going with your significant other to the gym, women are going to start seeing a major change in men right away as opposed to themselves, right?
Yes, and part of the reason just has to do with the difference in body composition. Men have more muscle than women, and muscle burns 10 times the calories that fat burns.
So in this situation with this girl by the name of Erin, she's obviously having some issues in regards to constantly exercising, but there seems to be more than just the fact that she's constantly exercising. There's a lot of issues that she has personally and mentally. But what would you say to a person that says, "Hey, you know, I'm trying to lose weight, but then they've now become addicted to losing weight"? Would you say at some point, yes, losing weight is good, but when you lose too much, there's a problem?
Absolutely. And we run into that problem occasionally at the Center for Medical Weight Loss. We'll have somebody who's in their 50s or 60s that tries to get down to their high school weight, and it can be somewhat unreasonable. In fact, as people become older, we tend to not even take them all the way to normal weight based on BMI or body mass index, because I think an older person is more at risk for having some sort of a medical illness, and I like them to carry a little bit of reserve fat. I certainly don't want anybody to be obese, but especially in older adults, I like to have them keep a little bit of extra weight on their bones.
So would you say there's also maybe like a goal they should stick to? Like, for example, let's just say I go in and want to lose weight tomorrow and I start a program with you. Would you kind of give them a goal at the weight that you would like them to kind of accomplish rather than kind of like surpass that?
Yes, and we base it on the BMI, which is body mass index. It's a classification scheme. And a normal BMI is between 20 and 25, so I like people who are middle-aged and younger to at least get to within the 25 marker. Other people who might be older and might be starting out obese or even morbidly obese, I'm happy if they can get their BMI down to around 27 or so, 26 or 27.
Now, help me out with that, Doc, because I think, and I'm probably speaking for a lot of people, it can kind of be confusing as far as the BMI and questions like that. Help me out understand. Let's see. I'm going to be honest with my listeners. I'm about 210 pounds, and that's what I'm currently weighing right now. So what is my BMI?
You know, how tall are you?
I'm 6 foot, exactly.
You're probably about a 28 or 29 BMI, so you would be classified as overweight. People who are obese are between 30 and 40, and people whose BMIs exceed 40 are considered morbidly obese.
So I am classified overweight, right?
I would guess so. It's hard to tell. We have a special device in my office that actually measures your body composition, so it can tell you the percentage of fat and the exact number of pounds you're carrying that are attributable to fat. It also tells you how much of your body is muscle mass. So without putting you on the machine, but taking an educated guess, I would think you're about a 28 or 29. Sometime you'll have to wander by the office and we'll stick you on the machine.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do that for sure. Now, Dr. Golden, every week here on the show we have some trivia. Do you got some trivia for me this morning?
Well, yes, and it has to do with weight loss. And the title of the series of questions is, Are You a Weight Loss Expert? So if you're ready, it's going to be a true-false question.
I am ready. Let's do this.
Okay, it is unhealthy to eat all types of fat. True or false?
Wait a minute here. This sounds like a trick question. It's unhealthy to eat all types of fat.
Correct. That's the question.
Unhealthy to eat all types of fat. I'm going to go with false.
You got one right.
Yes, yeah. Look at me celebrating right now.
Yeah, the explanation for your correct answer is that we should try to avoid the saturated fats, the trans fats, but it is recommended that we try to eat daily fats that are found like in marine life. They contain the omega-3 fatty acids, and another term for these types of fats are the MUFAs, or the monounsaturated fatty acids. So they include seafood, olive oil, avocado, nuts. These things are all good for us. And the other thing is, if people concentrate on eating the MUFAs every day, that is one way to actually make your belly fat go down.
Well, there you go, folks. I have got a question right. You know, Dr. Golden, when we started doing this thing on Channel 32.3, The Loop, I just looked like not a very successful trivia person here on the show. But I got an answer right this morning, so that's a positive thing.
I think you're 50-50 since we've been on the television.
Well, we have to do these in seasons, Doc, because I seem to go on major losing streaks. But there's just teams out there like myself that just they can't seem to find a win.
Well, that's okay though. You have to keep trying.
Exactly, Dr. Golden. Well, every Wednesday we tell our listeners something, but since today's Thursday, what shall we tell them today?
Well, they still should try to take a little walk today.
Yes, take a little walk today, folks, and the weather is not so bad. I mean, yeah, we're in the maybe the low 90s, but over this weekend it's going to be 87, 86 I see on Saturday. So, the temperature is starting to cool down. There was a moment there where, man, it was just like triple digits almost every day.
Yeah, it's amazing, but I'm glad it's cooler, and the 90s don't bother me. I think I rationalized the 90s to myself, saying, well, gosh, body temperature is in the 90s, so it shouldn't bother us.
Now, Dr. Golden, how can our listeners get in touch with you?
Well, they can Google the Center for Medical Weight Loss in Fresno, or my office phone number is 559-432-0716.
So there you go. Dr. Golden, everybody, joins us every Wednesday. So don't get this confused just because you're hearing him on a Thursday today. He joins us every Wednesday towards the end of the 7 o'clock hour. And you can tune in whether you're going to watch us on channel 32.3, The Loop, jlivent.com, or also listen to us on the radio, 92.5 FM, kfunradio.com, or our free app, KFun 92.5. Dr. Golden, thank you for joining us this morning, and have a great morning.
Thank you. You too.
There he is, Dr. Golden. Always fun having Dr. Golden here on the show, and